Coming up next on TV5 News at 8, Campaign 2000 is in high gear. See what the candidates are doing. Also in tonight's news, AT&T is upgrading their cable line. See how this has affected you.
A Singapore Airlines jet crashed in Taiwan. Also, Clarion's latest labor report has come out. Stay tuned for all the information next.
All this and more right here on TV5.
Where's dinner?
Well, I thought you'd be home a couple of hours ago, and I put everything away.
What is this? Pizza? Pizza?
If you had just called me, I would have known what...
Dinner ready is pizza.
I didn't know you'd be so late.
Let me ask you something. Is too much to have dinner waiting when I'm home?
Please don't be so loud.
Don't tell me what to do! You shut up!
I thought you'd be home.
I can get pizza at work!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I imagine.
I'll fix you something else.
Better.
Let go of me!
Get in the kitchen!
No!
Oh, it hurts! You want to see what hurts? That's what hurts! That's what hurts! Now get up and clean up this mess! Shut up!
Be quiet. I'll be quiet.
For information, call 1-800-END-ABUSE.
Hi, I'm Mark Despotakis, and I would like to invite you to a first-of-its-kind event to be held here at TV5, the Clarion Town Meeting. We are asking you to participate in a town hall meeting with local community leaders, including the Clarion County Commissioners. Do you have questions or issues that you would like to see addressed? If so, the meeting is for you. We will take the meeting on Thursday, November 30th at 7 p.m. here in the TV5 studios. If you would like to participate, call us at 393-2398. Hurry because seats may fill up quickly. Join us for a Clarion Town Meeting right here at TV5.
You're watching Clarion's very own TV5 News at 8.
It's Tuesday, October 31st. Good evening, I'm Cynthia Walker.
I'm Matt Ness. Here's a look at tonight's top stories.
Campaign 2000 is in high gear for the last week before elections. What are the candidates doing? We'll tell you next.
And the United States military is on an increasing state of alert. Find out where and why.
All this and more on tonight's very own TV5 News. Moving on to our top story, you may have noticed that TV5 has not been on the air for the last 2 weeks. The reason? Upgrades of cable lines around Clarion. You may have noticed that cable is throughout as well. The outages are part of AT&T's cable plans to expand cable coverage in the Clarion area. Residents will be able to receive more channels and also subscribe to digital cable. As you may be able to tell, our broadcasting quality looks a little clearer tonight because of the new fiber optic lines installed by AT&T. The system upgrades continue.
Due to our inability to broadcast for the last 2 weeks, we were not able to rebroadcast the Autumn Leaf Festival Parade. Now we can. Watch TV5 Thursday night at 7 p.m. for the highlights of this year's Autumn Leaf Parade. That's right, one last chance to see all your favorite bands, floats, and local personalities.
Speaking of the Autumn Leaf festivities, one Clarion Borough councilman wants to see some changes in vendor license fees. Councilman Mel Riffer is looking to increase the prices of solicitation licenses. Riffer's request comes as a direct result of the Autumn Leaf Festival. He feels the borough is not making a fair share of profits from autumn leaf and spring fling vendors who are sometimes clearing $30,000 in 1 week. Riffer would like to increase the prices of licenses to $80 for 1 to 3 days, $150 to 4 to 5 days, $200 for 6 to 10 days, $250 for 11 to 30 days, and $500 for 6 to 12 months. Riffer will submit the proposal to council for review. The Clarion County Historical Society has received a grant. The grant totaling $3,000 was awarded by Charles E. Kaufman and Virginia Kaufman Fund. The grant will be used to assist the yearly budget and continue the collections, special exhibits, and educational programs that the Historical Society sponsors. Clarion's
latest labor, thank you, Cynthia. Market report is out and the results are good. The latest unemployment rate for Clarion area has fallen from 4.2% in the month of August to 4% last month. Venango County's unemployment rate has also dropped from 5.3% to 5%. Clarion area's labor force increased by 1,600 in September, making September's number the best all year. It's October 31st. You know what that means, right? Halloween. Trick-or-treating in Clarion Borough wrapped up just a few minutes ago, and our own Mark Despotakis is out in Clarion with this Halloween recap. Mark?
Thanks, Matt. That's right. Trick-or-treating just ended about 5 or 10 minutes ago here in Clarion Borough, and I thought I'd come out and see if I could find any leftovers out here. So we're here on Greenville Avenue this evening, and do you guys have any leftovers can have trick-or-treats? Can I have some? What do we have? M&Ms and Twizzlers. So, what are we dressed up as this evening?
A mad scientist.
I'm Morticia. Athena.
Okay. So, trick-or-treating ended just a few minutes ago. It was about 2 hours. How was turnout for you this evening?
It was great. We had about 30 people show.
30 kids. Costumes?
Oh yeah, they were interesting.
Anything spectacular that you may have remembered that you liked? Nothing?
It's all Scary Devil.
Scary Devil, that's right. And you guys have like theme music going on here to, so you're really in the Halloween spirit. But you know what? I do see that you have some leftover candy, and I don't want to leave you with the burden of that. So I'll just take this. I'll give it back to everybody at the station. They'll really love you, okay? They'll send a special thank you to you. All right? So that is it for Halloween 2000 here in Clarion Borough. It just ended, like I said, about 10 minutes ago. If you missed it, well, maybe you're going to Halloween party tonight or something. If not, stop down to the station. We have some candy for you. For now, live on Greenville Avenue, I'm Mark Despotakis. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mark.
Up next, Campaign 2000 coverage.
And oil companies are doing something to help the residents of Pennsylvania. See what next?
Live from Clarion's very own, Cynthia Walker, Matt Ness, Courtney Maines, Brian Cook. This is TV5 News at 8.
Hey kid, boyfriend wants to know if that girl will go out with him. Pass it down.
Hey, Grandma, ask the girl on the end if she wants to go out with this loner.
The young man wants to know if the girl over there is a donor.
Somebody wants to know if you're an organ and tissue donor.
Yes.
Hey, me too.
Are you a donor? Make sure your family knows your decision so there's no question later.
This portion of the programming is being made possible through a grant from the Clarion Agway, located along Main Street in Clarion. The Clarion Agway offers a wide selection of lawn, garden, pet, and farm supplies. They also offer a large selection of power equipment. The Clarion Agway is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. That's the Clarion Agway, located at 1130 East Main Street in Clarion. Phone 226-9270.
I said, wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now? And I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have. And you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know. So let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune in to Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
You may have noticed one of the big changes on the Clarion University campus. Our Jill Floyd reports on student concerns at the Carlson Library construction site.
If you've been near the southwest side of campus recently, you may have noticed a good bit of construction. This is due to the renovation of the Carlson Library. The construction started last summer. However, no matter how well renovation has been going, the students who reside in Beck Hall have been putting up with the noise of the bulldozers and construction workers for quite some time. Some of the students have found it bothersome, while others have barely noticed.
It's loud, it's noisy, it starts at 7 a.m., you don't get any sleep. You walk by and there's dust everywhere. Yes, we're going to have a nice new library out of it, but it's really detrimental to your sleeping and your studying habits, so I think they should have done it in the summer because it's a real pain in the butt.
The Carlson Library's projected completion date is for the fall semester of 2001. From Clarion University, this is Jill Floyd, TV5 News.
Unions are threatening to stage the first strike in the Turnpike's 60-year history. Contract negotiations are continuing between the Teamsters and the Turnpike Commission. The Teamsters represent 1,900 toll collectors, maintenance workers, and other employees.
Pennsylvania's Department of Environmental Protection has joined forces with heating companies from northwestern Pennsylvania to educate residents on dangerous heating oil tank accidents. Director Stephen Beckman says that spilled oil or leaking heating tanks can contaminate drinking water and cost thousands of dollars to clean up. To help inform residents about the problem, heating companies are distributing fact sheets. To avoid a problem, they recommend making sure that all appropriate furnace and tank fittings are tight, clearly marking your fill pipe with a red flag and informing the delivery person how you have marked it. Place vertical tanks with horizontal tanks to prevent them from falling. Twice a year, check your tanks and instructional support for signs of rust. Also, check for wet spots or odors near the tank that could signal a problem. Anyone who thinks they have a problem should contact their oil company immediately.
In tonight's Election 2000 coverage, Congressman Ron Klink is campaigning in Philadelphia today with former Mayor Ed Rendell. Rendell will be leading a 7-day Democratic tour that Vice President Al Gore will be dropping in on for several occasions. The tour will be ending on the eve of the election. In the Republican campaign, Rick Santorum is maintaining his comfortable lead over his challenger, Ron Klink. Also in campaign news, Attorney General Mike Fisher and his opponent, Jim Eisenhower, will hold their second debate tonight in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Stick with TV5 for all of the election coverage. The candidates are crisscrossing the United States with the election only 1 week away from being over. Vice President Al Gore is meeting with a middle-class family in Portland to promote his tax plan, while Governor George W. Bush stopped at a Christian relief agency in San Jose, California, to promote the philosophy of compassionate conservatism. Both Gore and Bush are planning to attack ads for the next week.
Today in Philadelphia, 300 school-age children paraded in costumes to
collect money for Trick or Treat for UNES. The program has children collecting money for children overseas in Halloween. Each year, hundreds of children take time out from trick-or-treating to collect money for those less fortunate. Pittsburgh's new baseball stadiums are one step closer to being complete. About 1/3 of the new PNC Park is covered with bluegrass. The infield is expected to be covered by tomorrow with the thickest turf.
And that's how well we work here. We finish each other's sentences.
Coming up next,
Coming up next, I'll take this one. Courtney Maines has your 5-day weather forecast.
Stay tuned to Clarion's very own TV5 News.
Made possible through a grant by dining as well as a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant 226-8400.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 470 South 5th Avenue in Clarion. The Carpet Barn is open Monday through Saturday for all your carpet needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
Standing out from the crowd is easy when you stop in at Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all with many different styles. With our newly expanded shoe and accessory department, you're surely to find that special touch to enhance that new outfit. And if you have a fashion question, our experts are here to help. That's Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall, just off Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. Sunday from noon till 5.
As the one memorial service was being held for families and friends of the Egypt Air Flight 990, the Singapore Airlines 747 jet that was bound for Los Angeles crashed. Airline officials say that at least 68 of the 179 passengers on board were hurt and 75 are not accounted for. Taiwanese Transportation Minister reports that one person is dead.
United States military troops have been put on the highest level of alert in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, reports U.S. military officials. The high alert is due to a credible terrorist threat. The Pentagon reports that it is making progress in its bid to have American investigators question witnesses to the Navy bombing of the Cole. For now, the U.S. Navy will keep its ships out of the Suez Canal.
A CNN journalist is the latest of the Middle East casualties. Journalist Ben Wademan was shot in the back when he was caught in crossfire. He was covering clashes at the Kearney Crossing. CNN reports that although the wound is serious, it is not life-threatening, and Wademan is in stable condition.
An anti-abortion group in London, England is trying to prevent the separation of two twin girls that are joined at the abdomen. The group is trying to appeal a decision that the court made to let the doctors do the surgery. The appeal is said to delay the surgery.
You may have seen it a couple weeks ago, the Wonders launch in the Space Shuttle series. Samuel Gordon was there and filed this report.
Soon, a bright new star will retire Earth itself. This star will eventually outglow even the goddess of beauty, Venus. This star is man-made. It's the ISS, the International Space Station. It took America and other spacefaring nations some 50 years to come this far. We arrived on slender arrows of fire called Mercury Redstone, Mercury Atlas, Gemini Titan, and Apollo Saturn. Even the city of Cocoa Beach, made famous by John Glenn running along its shores, and the TV series I Dream of Jeannie, was celebrating its 75th anniversary. But the real celebration is at the John F. Kennedy Space Center, where the 100th mission in the Space Shuttle series, STS-92, was prepared to launch. All elements were go for the early morning countdown as activity on Complex 39A was reaching a peak. Then, one day before the anniversary of the landing of Christopher Columbus back in 1492, the launch of STS-92 and the 100th mission in the Space Shuttle series took place. On its way to the ISS, the International Space Station, a man-made star high in the heavens that will soon outshine everything else and be a symbol of peace.
Well, Courtney, it certainly was a beautiful autumn day outside today.
It was a little bit chilly earlier in the morning, but it turned out to be a great day after all. Let's take a look ahead at this week's maps and see what's ahead in weather. Taking a look at today's satellite map, Pennsylvania was free of clouds today, which made way for some nice sunny skies and some nice fall-like temperatures throughout the day as well. Moving on to today's temperature map, out west they saw some cooler temperatures today down in the low 40s and 50s. But as we start to move further eastward, a high-pressure system is coming into effect, making much of the southern Great Plains and southeast up into the 70s and 80s today. And with areas of Pennsylvania and its eastern neighbors, we reached the mid-50s and maybe the low 60s today in some areas. Moving on to tomorrow's precipitation map, the Northwest can expect to see some snow showers tomorrow, especially in areas of Colorado and Utah. And as we move further eastward, the Great Plains expect to see some light rain showers tomorrow with some late storm activity as well. And finally, all the way over in the east in Pennsylvania, we expect to see some nice clear skies again tomorrow. And now looking at this week's 5-day forecast, today we saw sunny skies with a high of 55 and a low of 28. Wednesday, more sunny skies with a high of 55 and a low of 27. Thursday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 63 and a low of 32. And for Friday, partly cloudy skies again with a high of 61 and a low of 45. And for Saturday, starting your weekend off, partly cloudy skies with a high of 52 and a low of 36.
It's a wonderful evening to take the little ones out door to door and get some free candy.
It was nice clear skies, a little bit chilly, but it was pretty nice out.
Coming up after the break, Brian Cook joins us with the latest in sports. But first, here's a look at tonight's stock report.
dinner?
Well, I thought you'd be home a couple of hours ago, and I put everything away, so I did.
What is this? Pizza? Pizza?
If you had just called me, I would have known what...
Dinner ready is a piece.
I didn't know you'd be so late.
Too much. Dinner ready.
Please don't...
Asking you to participate in a town hall meeting with local community leaders, including the Clarion County Commissioners. Do you have questions or issues that you would like to see addressed? Then this meeting is for you. We will take the meeting on Thursday, November 30th at 7 p.m. here in the TV5 studios. If you would like to participate, call us at 393-2398. Hurry because seats may fill up quickly. Join us for a Clarion Town meeting right here at TV5.
Roger Clemens is facing a $50,000 unprofessional violence during this year's World Series. Clemens threw the jagged barrel of Mike Piazza's back at the Mets catcher during the game. Clemens, who just won the World Series, is now trying to win court. He made a decision today to appeal the fine. Major League Baseball CEO stated that he will look further into the situation. The Penguins are still recuperating from their 9-0 loss to the Stanley Cup champion New Jersey Devils. Forward Robert Lang has a lot of team spirit, even in defeat, stating that it's only one loss and there's a whole season ahead. The Penguins start a 3-game road trip facing San Jose, Vancouver, and Calgary. The Virginia Tech Hokies and the Oklahoma Sooners have top billing in this year's unpredictable college football season. Oklahoma moved to first after their victory over #1 Nebraska, and Virginia Tech is in second following their win over Pittsburgh on Saturday. However, Michael Vick was injured in that game. Florida State moves into third-place position ahead of Nebraska and then Miami. The Tennessee Titans just squeezed by and beat the Washington Redskins last night 27-21. Derek Mason returned a 69-yard punt for a touchdown to put the Titans in the head in the fourth quarter. Tennessee scored 20 unanswered points in the second half to give them the victory. They now have added to their 7-game winning streak. They take on the Pittsburgh Steelers next week. The Steelers are on a streak of their own, winning their 5th straight this season. They beat Baltimore 9-6 on Sunday and added their own turnaround season. Their performance in the previous weeks will be tested this week when they face the Tennessee Titans away. Linebacker LaVon Kirkland stated in an interview that the fans haven't seen the best of Steeler football this season. The Steelers have a defense that is ranked 3rd in the NFL and have not allowed a touchdown in the past 4 games. For TV5 Sports, I'm Brian Cook. Happy Halloween.
A couple in Michigan had a fairy tale wedding over the weekend. The wedding had a Cinderella theme. Shelby Twigg wanted a wedding that she could remember. The pair wrote out a script and danced to the night away in costume. That's all for Clarion's very own TV5 News. Tune in tomorrow night with Carrie LaPue and Carolyn Kelly. I'm Cynthia Walker.
I'm Matt Nett. Have a good evening, everyone. Clarion Area High School football is next.